Yeah, Little Cedar Lake is on the downstream side of Big Cedar down by West Bend. We've run a hatchery on Big Cedar over the years. I mean, it's been 15, 18 years off and on. But in 2008, they ran a hatchery on Little Cedar without much result. And then last year, we missed the spawn completely on Little Cedar. It's only about 240 acres. It's two kettle lakes that are tied together. The South Lake is about 50 feet deep, and the North Lake is about 24 feet deep. We set 7 fight nets and had them in the water for 5 days. What we saw on Little Cedar is a real lack of perch, yellow perch. We caught exactly 10 yellow perch in 5 days. And for anybody that knows anything about walleye spawn, walleye larvae, when they hatch and swim to the surface and swim out into the middle of the lake, rely very heavily on perch larvae and perch spawn for prey species. And we saw that on Little Cedar. The eggs that we stripped were smaller than normal, and I even had one jar of eggs that were kind of a translucent green. I had never seen eggs like that ever. So we segregated those eggs. They came from one female, obviously, and set them aside. Not set them aside. We incubated them just like everything else, and they hatched. Don't know why they weren't the traditional golden yellow, but they weren't. The project down there is supported by the Little Cedar Lake Protection District and the town of Cedar Lake Town Board. So they gave us $500 actually this year to help support the cost of running the hatchery. We took about 800,000 eggs total, and I figure we released about 380,000 fry into the lake. These are swimming fry that we know we put in the middle of the lake. What we also did there is on the big lake, which is maybe 150 acres, we pulled a plankton tow to determine where the plankton were the most abundant in the middle of the lake, and that's where we turn the fry loose every day. So this fall we'll see Ben Breaker from Plymouth. He's a new biologist out of Plymouth. That's one of the lakes is his jurisdiction. He will be running fall fingerling surveys on the lake this fall to see if we had any survival, which I hope we did, obviously. But had a good crew down there. Marcus and Chad and Tim and John were a great bunch of guys to work with. They were there every day, and it went well.